This is the story of the world's worst man-made disaster, a story that will make you cry. In the central Indian city of Bhopal, a gas leak from a pesticide plant has killed more than 3,000 people and injured 500,000. But this tragedy is not recent. It happened in the year 1984, which is 37 years ago. But even today, the survivors are struggling to survive. The story begins on the night of December 2, 1984. A gas leak at the Union Carbide India Limited pesticide plant in Bhopal was releasing 40 tons of poisonous gas every second, enough to fill an Olympic-sized swimming pool in less than 2 minutes. The gas leaked through a faulty pipe and spread across the city like wildfire. People were sleeping in their homes. They had no idea what was coming for them. Within minutes, thousands began to choke. They ran out of their homes in the middle of the night, desperately seeking fresh air. But outside, the entire city was a death zone. The gas had seeped into every nook and corner. People fell down dead in the streets, in their fields, some even while driving their cars. Many collapsed before they even reached the hospital. Those who survived suffered permanent lung damage. As dawn broke, the city looked like a war zone. There were bodies strewn across the streets, in the fields, outside the hospitals. Inside the hospitals, there were more casualties than the staff could handle. Doctors struggled to save lives, but most patients were beyond help. By the next morning, 3,000 people were dead, 500,000 injured. This was the world's worst man-made disaster, the worst till date. But when we say man-made, we mean human error or negligence. We do not mean an act of God like a natural disaster. In this case, it was both human error and negligence, as well as criminal callousness. After the tragedy, Union Carbide was supposed to compensate the victims, pay for their medical expenses, but they refused. The company claimed that only 3,000 people died in the tragedy, that the rest of the deaths and injuries were over-exaggerated. The survivors were left to fend for themselves. They approached the courts. Courts gave them a compensation of around $46 million. That's what the company had initially offered. The survivors were not even given a choice to accept or reject the offer, and so began their long and bitter struggle for justice. For the next 26 years, they knocked on every door, every government office, every court, even parliament. But nobody really listened. Their pleas fell on deaf ears. In 2004, a new government came to power in India. It was led by a new Prime Minister, Manmohan Singh. The survivors thought their luck had changed. This new government had promised to bring back black money stashed abroad, punish those who looted the country, and they were hopeful that their own tragedy would finally get the attention it deserved. In 2006, the Prime Minister told Parliament that the Bhopal Gas Tragedy was an event of the past, and it was best to leave it there. In 2010, the company's chairman was found guilty of criminal negligence. He was sentenced to 6 years in jail, but he was already 77 years old, so basically a life sentence. The other accused were given varying degrees of punishment, ranging from 4 to 10 years. But they all walked free on appeal. Today, 37 years after the tragedy, the survivors continue to suffer. They suffer from respiratory problems, from giddiness, from nausea, and many have even gone blind. Now, these people are not even demanding punishment for the guilty. They just want an end to their suffering. They want better medical facilities, better compensation. Is that too much to ask? I will tell you what one survivor said. We are still alive, but what kind of life is this? Our children have become orphans. Our families have been destroyed. This is the story of the world's worst man-made disaster. But the biggest question is, will there ever be justice?